Hello, welcome back. So, I have got my breakfast. Sorry, I did the camera I'm using. So, what happened? Um, I was using it and I was chopping up my celery. Here's the celery. But the memory ran out, so we had to run to stationery warehouse to get a bigger gig. Yeah, so I feel much better now actually because now it's not gonna run out and I know it's gonna keep going. Okay, yes, so my hummus, I made it myself, so um, just let me know in the comments if you want to see how I make it. It's all from natural ingredients and tastes way better than the bought hummus. Yeah, and then I have some cherries. Yeah, so I feel like crap today. I don't feel like I just feel like yuck. So that's why I'm eating like this. I don't. Sometimes I'll have like eggs or bacons or pan. It just depends on how I feel. So yeah, and I okay. Just a disclaimer. I go off topic sometimes, and I forget a lot about what I'm talking about. So forgive me for that. Yeah. So and I have some cherries. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to be talking about my accident. I just thought, why not kill two birds with one stone and just do that video here. So yeah, I will be talking about all that depressing stuff. Okay, I'm gonna tip all my cherries out. Cherries look so expensive, man. I've had two already. Should I just do this? Oh no. I'll just get it from the back. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna open my celery container and open my hummus container. And usually after this kind of food, I have a good poo because these kind of like healthy foods really help with my poo. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so first one, we'll talk about moments before the accident. So when I was 18, I moved moved out from my parents with Pinder and his flatmates, and yeah, I was working, and I was so happy to be working. I was like, yes, I'm a big girl, and I finally got me a car. I was paying the car off, and I was so proud of myself, and I really enjoyed working. Well, not really the work, but like, the money. Yeah. Oh, I dropped it on my leg. Yeah. So, and then, and then I changed my job twice, I think. Then me, my partner, Pinder, and two flatmates moved out to a bigger house. a much nicer house, and I was like, whoa, I can't believe I am like paying my own rent. It's a flash house. Like for me, it was a flash house. And to be like young and doing responsible things that I haven't done before, just like made me feel really good. Yeah, and ah, and then what happened? Yeah, so I was working at Sofitel Hotel in the city on the viaduct, and I loved it. It was housekeeping, our housekeeping, but it was like I hate cleaning. I don't like it. But the job was like I got to be in luxury, and I love glam stuff, like glam houses, like bedrooms, especially bathrooms and kitchens. Yes, I really enjoyed it. And the people, the workers, I had like, well, I think they were friends. I think so. Yeah. And so one, first kind of accident I had peanut. Well, for like when you, I'm all over the place. So I went to work, and on my break I had a salad for lunch. So they provide lunch for you. So I had like something with a salad, and it had like satay dressing in it, and I didn't know. I told the boss like on the contract that I was allergic to peanuts. Yeah, and so when I had that, I knew like immediately I had to tell someone. And then the HR took me to St. John's. Oh, I don't know what it's called. Some like emergency like hospital thingy. And then the hospital discharged me home, and so I don't remember anything from the day before, because I can't. So this, what I'm telling you is what other people told me. Yeah, so just getting my cherries. So I went home. I went to go see Spider-Man at the movies with Pinder. Then next day went to work, and I came back home, and my flatmate's family was there, and then we went to a party, and at the party there was like a chocolate, and it had peanuts in it. No, I didn't know, because it was like unwrapped chocolate in a kind of maybe a bowl container. Yeah, and then what happened? Yeah, so I ate it, and then I collapsed for like 40 minutes, and then someone did CPR. It was my flatmate's cousin, and I actually got to meet her, the person who saved my life, basically. Yes, so she did CPR on me, and it gave the medics enough time to do their thing, and then, yeah, I was in a coma. And this is 2017. Yeah, so I was at the time 19. And then so all through the hospital phase, I don't remember anything. I remember only thing I remember is looking at ice ball. Yeah. maybe like a month in hospital, I was transferred to a rehab center called ABI. It's in Henderson, and there I made most of my recovery, if not all of it. What is that? Oh, it's rotten. Yeah, so because of the coma, I was really, really skinny. Um, I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, and I couldn't see. Um, so basically, I was like a vegetable, and I couldn't. I like still. When I think back, I didn't know anything up until a month of being in rehab. Like, it took me a long time to realize that something bad happened to me, and that it took me long to realize that my life has changed forever. Um, yeah. So those phases were quite depressing because, you know, imagine you go to sleep and you wake up one day and it's just like, boom, you're disabled, you're blind, and life is harder now. And it was really hard and quite depressing because, I mean, when you're at that kind of situation, you you turn to your family, and my family, they couldn't stay. Well, only one person could stay there. I had to cry and beg the people at ABI to let someone stay with me but at the time, no one knew I was blind, which is that's the thing, right? So I guess they kind of found out I was blind later, and then it started to get easier, and every day I had physio and a psychologist, so like therapy, and a speech therapist. So the way I'm talking now, no, no. So because of my accident, you know, the coma and stuff, I had to learn to talk again, and it took a long time, and I still kind of suffer with with speech impairment and cognitive kind of thinking thingies. Yeah. So, sorry. Yeah. So, I learned to talk. I love to talk, and another yeah. So, because I was like a vegetable, obviously I couldn't walk, and the way I'm sitting up now talking to you, I couldn't sit up like this before. So I remember my first physio session. I I when I come on when I went back to visit them, I asked the physio people, hey, I was like, hey, was I were we in a trailer on the farm were we on a trailer at a farm on my first physio session? And they were like, no, why? I'm so dry. And they were like, no. And then I was like, oh, because I remember the first session, we were going for a ride and I was sitting on a chair. And then they said no. That first session, the physio session, was that I had to try to sit up, and I had a harness on me. So they took me out of my wheelchair, put me on a harness. I'm eating too much hummus, man. They put me on a harness, and I had to sit on, you know, normal couch or chair, but I couldn't sit upright. I was going like this, like this, like that. Yeah. So I have come a long way, and I can say I'm proud, and that I can pat myself on the back. I need to sneeze. Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah. So I got stronger. I gained weight. It was really hard to gain weight. There were these like protein drinks that we had to drink, and I refused to drink them. I said they were yuck, but everyone was like, "Oh, this tastes like, like those Primos." They. Now that I think about it, I think I was just a bit stubborn. Um, yeah. Yeah, so I made most of my recovery from ABI, so shout out to them. Um, yeah, and then I moved home because so I was feeling really depressed from being away from my family and Pinder. Uh, yeah, it was hard. Sorry, my eyes itchy. And then so um, when I moved back home, that's when it kind of hit me like, holy shit, I can't do anything. I'm like, imagine like everyone's going to work, and you're watching everyone come and go. Like it's depressing, and your self worth starts to get like lower and lower every day. Um, I did have a lot of psychology, so therapy sessions weekly. Physio, someone who will come home. Yeah. Um, I've just gotten stronger, and I think I'm more strong today than I was when I was, normal. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, cherry seeds. I'm sure you do. Uh, if you would like to see a video of me growing cherries from the seed, you can grow anything from the seed of a fruit that you eat or a vegetable. Um, yeah, so if you want to see that, like this video. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I just want to say that, like, me talking about this it's not saying like, I'm sharing it, and I'm not trying to say my problems are bigger than anyone else's. I definitely struggled, but it's life, man. Like, life is hard. No matter, everyone is struggling with something. No matter big or small, it's like, that's their hard time. And I really believe everyone goes through this at least once in their life, through something traumatic. And my family went through something traumatic through me and Pinder. And yeah, and I just want to say, like, if you're in that kind of, like, you're depressed and you feel like you can't do anything anymore, you don't want to keep trying, just like what I used to think, like, yeah, I was sad all the time, but just remember there's people who don't eat, there's kids who don't eat. Like, we're really privileged, especially to be from New Zealand. Just, yeah, other people do have it harder. Even I was thinking that at the time, and I've gotten through that. Yeah, life could be worse. That's what you should be thinking. Yeah, and it does not mean that anyone's problems are nothing, because they are something, and that's, your problems are what makes you you, and your traumatic experiences is what makes you you. Just want to say that. Cheers. Yeah. So, I got that story done finally. I've like done 50 shots of me telling this story to nothing. Uh, so I'll tell you what I'm doing today. Well, I already told you before. But yeah. So my OT, Julie's coming, and she basically helps me with normal things like how to catch a bus, how to cook, how to change my clothes, like organize stuff. So she's basically like a kind of a life coach, but not that kind of life coach. So like teaching me how to do things that are easier for me, right? Yeah, and she'll be here soon. I'm thinking I might like scare her. I don't know, something funny for the video. Yeah, she's awesome. She's funny. Well, since I talked about Julie, I might as well talk about my other therapist. So I have a speech therapist. Her name's Karen, and she helps me with cognitive things like understanding information and processing and memory. And then Bob, so he helps me with emotions and basically I talk to him about anything. I think that's why I want to be a psychologist, because that's really what helped me to keep pushing and keep living. Yeah, so I want to give the same back. And then, yeah, I used to have a physio, but I don't need that much now. Yeah. So today, me and Julie are gonna be gardening or gardening. I'll just say gardening. Yeah. So I bought some new plants. I have, I think, a broccoli plant, raspberry, strawberry, some cucumber seeds, no, some zucchini seeds. I'll show you when I'm doing it. Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. Yep. So yeah, we went to stationery warehouse to get a bigger memory card, and also need $20, which is, I think, is pretty good. Yeah, and it should last me a while. Yep. And tomorrow I have class, so I might take you to that, because they're quite interesting. And I love sharing knowledge, and I love education, and I think people who know me really know that. Yeah. Oh, okay. So announcement kind of. Today is a Wednesday, so this video will go up. I'm gonna be posting every Wednesdays and Sundays. It might be Saturday sometime, so Saturday, Sunday. Yes. So end of the week, basically. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, updates. I'll give you updates on my plants as well, because I'm really excited. I've actually ordered a greenhouse from, I don't know how big it's going to be. It was $50, free shipping. So I'm planning to put it somewhere on the garden, because I don't think it's like safe with the weather right now. Yeah. So a lot of gardening. Yeah. And be on the lookout for videos with my best friends, parents, cousins, especially my cousins, because they're funny as hell. So, sorry, I shouldn't say how. Yeah, I'm excited, and lots of new stuff coming, and I think my OT should be here soon, so I really need to clean up the house because it's disgusting. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna finish my breakfast and then I'll see you after. Bye.